Professor? Professor, is that you?
Cyril. Mr. Smythe, I'm here.
Professor, I knew you'd come.
Of course.
Please help me.
I'll do what I can. You said you'd been contacted by the Time Demons. I see it's true.
Trying to control me? No, she's here, the Time Witch, in London.
Time Witch? I've never heard of a Time Witch before.
Here, I have a photo, her.
This is the Time Witch? Where did you meet her?
The first time I saw her, I met her in Hyde Park.
Right. Well, it's not a lot to go on, Cyril.
But you'll find her. You will.
I admire your faith in me, Cyril, but this could be trying to find the proverbial needle in the proverbial haystack.
This Adam disturbing me in the middle of the day.
Sophia, looking as lovely as ever.
I'm half asleep, you cretin. What do you want?
Best agent in London, Miss Burgoyne.
Ms. Burgoyne.
That machine that you left in my office has produced a message saying that another machine has arrived in London.
Do you mean the Professor's TARDIS?
Yes, that's it. Whatever that means.
It means, Mr. Troop, that I have perhaps given my last performance at the Albert Hall.
You are contracted for another 17 shows.
Oh, I wouldn't want to disappoint my public, but if I find the Professor in time, there may not be a public to disappoint.
Me old mate! Me favourite guy in all of Britain! How's it going? So good to see you! Come this way, come this way. You'll probably want a cup of tea if I remember rightly.
Coffee. To make it the strong stuff. I had to get up at 4:30 to catch the train.
Coffee it is, no problems at all. Well, this is the place.
Oh, this is small.
Yes, it is. It's smaller on the inside. It seems like only yesterday, Graham.
It was 5 years ago. And you were a robot half the time.
Those were the days, hey? Good times, Graham. Good times.
Professor, I know I'm your go-to guy, but what on earth is going on?
Yes, well, maybe you better take a seat. We'll have a bit of a chat. It's our dear friend, Cyril Smythe.
Dear friend? You haven't seen him in 5 years either.
Time is relative.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen him in an age. Not since he got rich and bought his house in London.
He got rich?
He's an entertainer. He had a show at the Albert Hall, toured internationally. He's a stand-up comedian. Didn't you notice his house?
Notice? No, Graham, I was there for quite a while and he was lying down the whole time. At not one point did he stand up.
Professor, Such a git.
Oh, yes. Well, be that as it may, Graham, I have here it is, a photo here. Now, this person is some sort of time demon woman, time witch thing, and I was hoping maybe you could do some sort of computer search on her. Did you bring your computer?
Of course. You asked me to?
Yes, it's just I'm looking at your bag and it's not very big.
It's a tablet.
Oh right. Sorry, I get my ears mixed up sometimes, and I was a little worried that perhaps computers were still those big machines with a reel-to-reel going ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching,
Professor,
ka-ching, ka-ching.
my
Ka-ching,
brain
ka-ching,
hurts too much
ka-ching,
when you're
ka-ching.
around. Can I just go back home?
No. It's fine. I'm sorry. I'm done. So I wondered maybe if you had some sort of facial recognition software on your tablet, as you so call it.
Well, most people don't, but being me, I've got an app for that.
Oh, well, fire her up then, hey?
However, in this case, I don't need to. I know who this is.
Well, who is it?
It's Sophia Burgoyne, songstress extraordinaire. She won The Voice 2 years ago.
Well, I see. Well, that's nice. Do you have an address for her or something?
And it so happens she's midway through the run of her show, Songs for Those I Loved, at the Albert Hall.
Tell me, Graham, how do you feel about a little trip to the theatre? Oh, there she is.
The very same. Got Susan Boyle to shame.
Oh, what? Who? Is that someone important?
Probably not to you, Professor. Now, before we go in, why don't you tell me where you've been for the last 5 years? I got married.
You what? Graham, that's fantastic news! Congratulations!
I sent you an invite on that wire thing you left me, but you didn't even respond.
Oh, well, I haven't got it yet. But you know how things are. Time is relative and...
Well, hello there.
Oh, hello, I guess. You certainly were sneaky there.
Interested in tonight's show by any chance, featuring the amazing Sophia Burgoyne?
Well, actually,
I know what you're thinking. Sold out. And you'd be right. It is always sold out. But I am the man to help you out.
you might?
Yes, you see, Professor. I am Miss Burgoyne's agent, Adam Troop. And I have one complimentary ticket for tonight's show, 8 p.m. sharp.
Well, that's great. But what about my friend Graham here?
It is just the one ticket, I'm afraid, sir, but there may be the opportunity to arrange a private audience with Miss Burgoyne after the show. She does entertain select guests on occasion.
Well, I really would like to share the show with my good friend Graham.
It's all right, Professor. You go alone. I'm sure I'll survive.
Oh, but Graham, I mean...
That's settled then. Here's your ticket. Enjoy the show. Toodle pipski.
Really, Professor, it's not my thing.
Well, if you're sure, how very strange. And convenient.
Well, it worked out all right. You might meet the woman herself.
Yes, I suppose it did.
But there's just one thing. He knew who you were. Now, how do you suppose he knew that?
You know, Graham, I was thinking the same thing myself.
You look pleased with yourself?
Well, I should think so. Guess who's going to be at tonight's performance?
You don't mean...
Yes, the professor will be there.
Excellent. I shall have to sing him a special song.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't know London never had sunshine.
Sun out in London.
Kensington Gardens is really quite beautiful, isn't it, Graham?
So, I feel like I'm stating the obvious here, Professor. But you do realise this is all a big trap, don't you?
Oh yes, and if there's one thing I do very well, it's blunder my way into traps.
Yes. I suppose I must have learnt that from you. What do you want me to do whilst you're away?
What I need you to do, Graham, is go back to the apartment I'm staying at. Get on the internet, do the keyboard warrior thing and get as much information as you possibly can on that Sophia Burgoyne. Perhaps we can find something we can use against her.
So as usual, Professor, I get the most exciting job you can think of. Oh. Huh?
Where am I? Oh, I feel awful. What happened? Hypnotized by music aimed directly at me. How would that work unless I had some sort of device? What has been going on? And the only person who could have put this on me must have been that strange man who gave me the ticket. Oh, if only I knew where he was now. You! What have you done to me? What are you doing watching me here?
I just wanted to make sure that you were all right, you know, okay, alive.
You what? You're the one that put me here!
No. I just planted that device on you for Miss Burgoyne. I wouldn't hurt you. I wouldn't hurt anyone. I didn't know what she was going to do.
What did she do? Oh, whoa.
Whoa. She took a lot of blood and she made you spout a series of numbers while you were hypnotized.
Numbers? Time sums! She was making me do time sums. What would she want with time sums?
I don't know. I don't know. It's all a bit much for me.
Listen here, whoever you are.
Troop. Adam Troop. Agent to the stars.
You are going to tell me where I can find her now! And by now I mean you're going to tell me right away, and you're going to tell me what her present location is. You know, I'm sorry, that just got a bit wordy. Just tell me. Here goes. Why do I get the funny feeling I'm being punked?
Ah, you're here. So glad you could make it, although Clearly I didn't quite extract enough blood.
I know you're a time demon. But what are you up to? A time demon opera singer? That's a first. What's it all in aid of?
What's it in aid of? Professor, you should know, us time demons only have one aim.
Oh, to rip a huge crack in time and space so that you can swarm through it and devour the universe?
Yeah, that is pretty much it, yeah.
So you didn't even need Smythe, really, did you? You were after me.
Smythe? He's boring. He doesn't help me achieve my ends at all. The crack will rip through the world and destroy everything. And it starts now.
Not if I have anything to do with it. Professor, to the TARDIS.
Damn it. There's only articles about her singing style. No. And her upcoming marriage to Donald Trump. What am I going to do now? Ah, news sites. What's this? Cosmic anomaly grounds flights in Europe. How odd.
Okay, let's follow that time crack. Can't get too close to it in the TARDIS. Let's see where it's going. I really need some way of tracking it on the ground because I can't take the TARDIS anywhere near it. I know, I've got a tablet. Aha! Yes, my tablet thing. I haven't used this for ages. Just plug it into the console and get some information. Oh, I need a world map. That's what I need. I need a world map to do these calculations. Where will I get a world map from? I know! Graham, he'll have one! Let's take her into land!
So you brought the TARDIS to the right place for once?
Graham, I need a world map.
What?
A world map. It's vital.
Okay,
I did ask you for one before.
here, on this.
Ah, technology, brilliant! Yes, sirree!
I couldn't find out anything about Sophia Burgoyne, I'm afraid, sorry.
Oh, don't worry about that. That was to be expected.
Wait a minute. You just wanted me out of the way, didn't you? Should have known.
I wanted you out of harm's way, Graham. Harm. It's bad. Bad things happen. So, you should be happy about that. Now, using this map.
Okay, I caught about 10% of that. But you can't take a flight because some cosmic disturbance has grounded all the flights in Europe.
I need to put it all together to calibrate. So that's 6.1427389971, which will mean approximately 8 days and 12 hours, 17 minutes. The crack will appear in Ulaanbaatar within 100 kilometers. Interesting.
What are you talking about now, you nit?
The crack in time. Sophia Burgoyne has created a new crack in time. It's slowly moving across the Earth. I calculate we have about 8 days, 12 hours until we cannot possibly reseal that crack. And then it will split the Earth in two and the time demons will rise up through the split and devour time itself. This device is like Sally's No More Gaps, but for time cracks, you see. What it will do is, it will allow me to reseal the crack in time. If I get there in time, of course. And I'm going to need to fly because I cannot take the TARDIS close to that time crack because, you know, being a vortex machine, it will kapow.
Okay, I caught about 10% of that. But you can't take a flight because some cosmic disturbance has grounded all the flights in Europe.
Of course. The crack in time is doing that. It's moving towards Mongolia. It's probably halfway across France as we speak. I hope I've got enough time. I'm going to have to take the train. Are you coming?
To Ulaanbaatar. By train. It'll take a week, if not more.
Well, I better leave post-haste. At least the time on the train will allow me to perfectly calibrate this device.
Walk 47 mile of barbed wire. I use a cobra snake for a necktie. Got a brand new house on the roadside made out of rattlesnake hide. There's a little bitty chimney built up on top made out of a human skull. Come on, baby, take a walk with me, Eileen. Tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? I got a tombstone and a graveyard mind. I'm just 22 and I don't mind dying. Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Arlene took me by my hand to say, hey, Bo Diddley, no, I understand. Who do you love?
Well, that was one long train ride. Goodness me. If only I could have taken the TARDIS. Still, I'm well ahead of the time crack, and I'm only about 100 kilometers, no, less, 60-ish, somewhere in the Mongolian wilderness. I better find me some transport.
Who do you love? Who do you love? Night was dark, the sky was blue. Down the alley an ice wagon flew. Door banged open, somebody screamed. You ought to heard
I've got just
what
a few
I
minutes to
seen.
spare. I might just pop into this yurt and reassemble the machine. There she is. Whoa, and she's a beauty. Well, I'm just in time, it seems. I'll hook this up to its power source. Good old portable battery. And we'll start to work. That's the way.
What is this?
Oh, hello there, Madam Time Demon. It's just little old me. Yes, you know what? I've made my way all the way from Europe to Mongolia to stop you. Ha 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 ha. I've got a device here that is repairing the time crack inch by inch whilst holding it in a stasis field. Yes, you have to be very careful when you match wits with a genius. Well, I've destroyed your plans. I've destroyed your time crack. Sorry about that. What can I say? It's just what I do. Ha ha ha. You know what? I even had time to spare. I spent 17 minutes in a yurt recalibrating this device to make sure it was absolutely perfect. So not even an ounce of the time crack still exists. So I think it's time to say goodbye. Right, well, I'll unplug that. All done. Now to get back to Europe. I certainly do hope that the flights are back soon, I do not want to have to take that train again. I'm back.
Well, flights are back on, so I guess you fixed it.
Yes, I did. I.
Right, well, I'm off.
Well, thanks for helping me save the universe. Again. Couldn't have done it without you, grey bags.
I've spent the last week playing stick cricket.
Oh. How'd you go?
I lost every bloody game. Waiting for you to phone, or Skype, or message, or anything. I'm going home.
Well, maybe we can see Mr. Smythe.
I'm going home, user.
Graham, if in the future the universe needs saving, you'll help, right?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess so.
Ooh, nothing like a nice cup of tea.
Indeed, nothing better.
Well, it's good to see you looking so well, Smythe.
Thank you, Professor. Well, I couldn't really get what you said about the time crack, Professor, but I am feeling so much better, I have to say.
Well, I do what I can. I live to please.
I should really get back to my stand-up career. What do you say?
Well, Graham told me you'd become a comedian. Well, I must admit it was a little surprising, but I'm ready. Come on. Hit me with your best joke.
Did you hear the one about the time demon who went to the complaint center?
No.
He was told to stop his moaning.